injured here. 3v3 Calderis Refinery blue team. We have 3 war bosses. First up is Dark Riku. Alongside we have Tex. And rounded out blue team we have Eerie. These guys are melee commanders that walk through cover. Good offense, disruption and support. Red team, Rise plays a Grey Knight brother captain, walks through cover, cannot be suppressed, very durable, good offense and support. Alongside Illethor is a Warlock, offensive melee, nice mobility with fleet, can also leap into combat, great at tanking and disruption later on. And rounding out red team we have XPhial as a Inquisitor offensive commander, fights mainly to start off, can get range weapons, great crowd control, stuns and snares galore. Triple sluggers opening from Texas. Look at this west side though. We have Eerie's Warboss in retreat. Can these guys turn around and take him out? Warlock is not going to try, nor is the brother captain. Strike squad on the field for Rise. Versatile and durable heavy infantry for Grey Knights with these halberds and stormbolters, which they always have up ready. Look at this. Illethor with double Dire Avengers. XPhial with a Sentinel and double guards. We're getting a stomp there. Already purchased the ground pound, 50-15 to purchase this. And we have Texanius in black and Dark Riku in red. The 2 war bosses pushing against the Imperial Guard. Inquisitor has been forced off and double guardsmen are forced off. Sentinel turns around and legs it. These are vehicles, have heavy infantry armor, which is why it can't retreat since it's a vehicle. These 2 stomp its way back, can now be repaired by those guardsmen. Center is red. Illithor's Warlock getting a nice special attack on his sluggers, but this is a lot of stuff for him to deal with, and quite rightly retreats. Sluggers smacking him in the face as he does so. There's a stomp by Tex. 468 491. Double strike squad opening for Rise. Can be very powerful if you get them Justicars in tier 2 and start burning energy and stuff. Illethor with a Guardian weapon team starts off with a Shuriken cannon. Good for controlling these triple sluggers that Tex has. Looks like Eerie has already lost his sluggers. Has double shooters now. Getting a knob leader for these guys. Inquisitorial Stormtroopers retreat for Rise. Oh, we're going to see flamers from any of these guardsmen. Are they going to dare get in that close to the Orks? Might have a triple cap for the Orks. This is Dark Riku's Warboss taking a lot of damage here. Eerie there to support, and here comes Tex with a boss pole supporting those triple sluggers. Dark Riku goes down. That was Hammer of the Witches by XPhial. Very hard stun and 100 damage. Starting ability for the Inquisitor, a very useful one as well, especially against melee commanders. Stop them right in their tracks, and here are those double strike squad. Should be forcing melee on these Orks. Strike squad very good in melee and very decent range as well. Brother captain, does he get away? He does not. Should be able to be revived from there though. Strike squad finally starting to close on melee. These guys have lost a lot of health and they lose a model. 1095 health these guys have, 500 requisition. The toughest squad that you can get straight away in the game. 466 415 Inquisitor caps mid, and guardsmen repaired the Sentinel. That Sentinel's going to be vital. Doesn't want to lose that thing against these Orks. Perhaps even double Sentinels, but that is a very risky opening. 1-to-1 cap now. Node up here for the Orks. They have triple gens up and triple gens, and so do red team. Catachans on the way for XPhial. Stormboys on the field for Tex. Jump infantry with power weapons. Do have the tendency to overextend, but they are very powerful offensively if you can lock after them, especially supported by Warboss global buffs. Dark Riku's Warboss still down incidentally. Has Eerie got anything in tier 1? He has the Bang Bang Hammer and Angry Bits. Stormboys jumping on that Guardian weapon team. Doesn't want to set up there. There's a grenade which goes nowhere from these Dire Avengers. And Orks over on in the Eldar. Fantastic special attack from the Warlock with that merciless Witchblade. Also has Champion's Robe. Gives him an energy shield. Most likely pair that up with the Heart of Darkness in tier 2. Shurikens caught in a bad way, but the Stormboys retreated and lose only one model. Not too bad. No retreat grenades. Techs busy tying up those Dire Avengers and decides to retreat, left alone there. 425-409. Sentinel guarding mid. It's a 2-to-1 cap for red. Tex goes tier 2. Eerie with 2 fully upgraded shooter boy squads with Knob Leader and big shooters hanging out tier 1, and he's getting a pain boy now. Could help support Tex's melee army. Bang bang hammer is not a power weapon in Elite, still very powerful though. Good support weapon as well, boosting damage with each hit. 405-409. CDB that Tex is asking about is Calder Boys, which is a Ork global that all of the commanders have. And there's a retreat grenade. Not too bad, took out one model. 398-409. Inquisitor has leveled to 2 and he has the crossbow bolt pistol and Liber Horatius. I would also go for Excruciators in tier 2. Excruciator is an awesome war gear, I think, that isn't used very often. Most Inquisitors just go for Purgatus. See the special attack that the Strike Squad have, knocking the Warboss and the Painboy absolutely flying there. Painboy has a 30 DPS power melee weapon that does damage over time, so he's not too bad in melee himself. Great support also. Sentinel comes in and stomps everything, knocking it flying and stunning. Can he get out of there though? Should be fine. 372-409. Have some Dire Avenger energy shields here. Cadetian Devils with their shotguns of doom forcing off Tex's Warboss, still level 1. So is Eerie. Have any of these guys level? Brother Captain is level 2 and he has these Nemesis 4 sword which buffs We Are the Hammer quite considerably. Warlock is level 2 and the Inquisitor's also level 2. 355-409 red team not doing too badly going into tier 2. Tex already has a Death Dread though. Might see some stormtroopers from XPhial, might see this Guardian Weapon team turn into a Bright Lance. XPhial calling out the death, and his Shuriken Cannon needs to back the hell off. Death Dread, nice little walker for Orks. Really good at getting in there and tearing up infantry, won't fare well against another walker though, and hard AV will bring it down, especially without bonus and bits, but this thing does have the bonus and bits, taking it up to a healthy 1050 hit points. Eerie's Warboss in combat with the Brother Captain. Painboy helping out, there's a stomp. Brother Captain does his crazy ability knockback special attack though and sends him flying. That is crippling volley there, but those guys retreated out of it. And here you see a sail on the Warboss, nicely done. Tex is still in there though, but now needs to retreat. Red team staying together quite well. Illethor has some late Banshees on the field which are fully upgraded now, going after the Death Dread with that Executioner Spear on the Exarch. 311-409. Weird Boy capping mid. This is Dark Riku's sub-commander for Orks. Really nice support and anti-blob damage. You see its artillery attack there, being chased down by Banshees though. Retreats. Already has bigger brains and is getting the Warpath as well. Warpath got a buff in 2.0.6 that it now buffs melee damage, but this is Death Dread in serious trouble. Got a Melter Bomb from the Stormtroopers now in melee with Howling Banshees, and it's gonna go down. And look at this from Rise, we have some Purifiers on the field. Do not have their ability yet, they will be getting an ability soon, but I've seen Keltos do some great things with the Librarian Shroud and the Ward from the Brother Captain with these guys. They are quite a scary power melee unit. Do need to support them though. And we do have, when he gets back up, he does have his Nemesis Force Sword buffing We Are the Hammer, and he has Unending Purge which also got a buff, as you can see now triggers at 50% health instead of 40. Looks like the Brother Captain's in retreat. Painboy goes down in retreat from Eerie. That's a blow to lose that guy. Not sure if he had any upgrades. We have double stick bombers for Eerie. These guys can wipe squads. Nice artillery unit that chuck grenades, fight melee, but they don't do that very often. Eerie's Warboss is down mid. There's a sail again on these sluggers this time. 294-409 sluggers Burner's got a price reduction in 0.6, which is pretty nice for them really. There's Crippling Volley, really great Inquisitor usage from XPhial, has a great setup here, Excruciators, Crossbow Bolt Pistol and Live Heresius. It's not cheap setup, but it's a very good one. Crossbow Bolt Pistol alone is 30 power. Warlock in a whole bunch of trouble there, is gonna go down. Yes, Warboss of Dark Riku level 2, which is not bad since he was dead, or down rather, for most of tier 1. Banshee's in retreat. This is Tex, who hasn't leveled yet. Eerie's Warboss also level 2. None of those guys with an armor upgrade, and Rise has lost a strike squad. Big blow. Back at base now, reinforcing his stuff. Purifier's still around though, and the brother captain just about getting out of there. You see the health regen kicking in from Unending Purge. Good synergy of course with the Blessed Aegis, and look at this, stick bombs thrown into base from Eerie. Very spiteful thing to do, but Grey Knights tough enough to stand back up. 266 407. This is Tex's Warboss finally hitting tier level 2, sorry. Weird boy for Dark Riku. Tex now getting a war truck which will help support all these orcs. Warlock in amongst stuff, running right. Level 3 now has the Heart of Darkness, which is a fantastic accessory for him, giving him back a whole bunch of health and energy. I think it almost completely refills his energy in fact. Dark Riku's Warboss going down. Look at this, Rise getting a Grey Knight Dreadnought on the field. Are we going to see a Plasma Cannon? Perhaps a Heavy Flamer. Plasma Cannon has been fixed and he is going for it. No, he cancels it. Has been fixed in 0.6. Now fires more slowly, also does friendly fire and friendly knockback. Inquisitor caught by Storm Boys, turns around, uses a sail, which locks her in place incidentally, but does force them off. They get away with just one model lost. These guys have improved rocket packs. And we have some more shooters on the way for Dark Riku. Grey Knight Dreadnought now has that big scary plasma cannon. Let's see what he can do with it. XPhial has a Manticore on the field now, heavy artillery unit, huge range and damage potential, but look at this, 275 hit points. It's very vulnerable, very slow as well. 262 383, which could be troublesome. Calderis Refinery is such an open map. War truck is on the field for Tex, supporting all of these orcs with reinforcement. Big Manticore strike. Look at these losses. That's about 15 orcs going down there. War truck also took a big hit. Tex's quick reaction saving it. Not quick enough to save all of those slugger models though. Warboss of Tex now has his ridiculously big power claw, about the same size as a guardsman, this thing. 241 383. Eerie's has heavy armor. You saw the Angry Bits charge there. Angry Bits charge now gives him some really nice health regen, and if you pair that up with the health regen from the Pain Boy heal, you can make your Warboss pretty much invulnerable for a short period. Howling Banshees scaring off those orcs. Stick Bombers can't really fight melee against a dedicated melee unit. Sluggers catching some guardsmen in retreat. These guys have plasma guns. Perhaps he is preparing for knobs in tier 3, and you saw the commissars executing the guardsmen to stop their retreat there, which didn't pay off because sluggers are now chasing them again, and they lost a bunch more models. Manticore firing its heavy bolter. 212 383. Howling Banshees chasing off orcs. There you see their war shout suppressing these guys. Rise still with this Grey Knight Dreadnought, getting shots off on the war truck. Can it? No, misfires. Doesn't have a huge amount of range, this thing, which is a good thing since it's stuck on a Dreadnought. They of course have Maelstrom also. 197 383 is a 2-to-1 cap for red. Tier 3 for Illethor, Dark Riku and Eerie already there. In fact, Eerie has a looted tank on the field right now. Strike squad just about getting out of there. Level 2 have their Justicar. I cannot tell if they have their melee upgrade. Losing 2 in retreat. A really fantastic stick bomber throw from Eerie there. Have these guys leveled? They seem to have done decently well. Might see a triple cap here for red. This is uncapped. This is blue's natural. Just a double at the moment. Dreadnought needs some small repairs. War truck eating a lot of plasma fire there, and his Catachans have their sergeant, and he has a melter gun. Sluggers getting out though. Triple sluggers getting out. Two of them have burners. You can tell by the flame icon above their indicators. Manticore strike coming in, takes down the war truck. Howling Banshee need to run away. You see the sluggers using Swampum, which I'm pretty sure will protect them from Manticore strikes. Inquisitor using Crippling Volley on all three of those squads. Crippling Volley will cripple anything in range, not just a single squad. Working fantastically well on those sluggers there. Warboss of Eerie going after the Dreadnought with that claw, but needs to retreat. Can strike squad force melee and take him down. Very, very nearly did. Wow, Weird Boy getting some big hits on the Grey Knight Dreadnought there. And again, his attack does do pretty decent damage. Psychic damage type, I believe. Looted tank is right there. This Dreadnought needs to be very careful. Rise backing it off. Quite rightly, 99,383, a decent VP lead for red, but Orks starting to look quite dangerous now, all in tier 3, and Dark Riku has a whole bunch of resources, also can drop a rocks, and so can Eerie. Dark Riku could get knobs, he could get flash kits, he might be saving for a battle wagon though. Tier 3 for Rise, tier 3 for XPhial. Will we see some juicy Grey Knight tier 3 stuff? Storm Boys going after that Manticore, but stopped dead again by this really nicely played Inquisitor, and she is level 4 now. Warlock level 3 getting warp throw. Brother Captain level 3 now has that Blessed Aegis. Dark Riku's Warboss level 2. Is he going to retreat? He's going to go down. If he doesn't, he's going to go down anyway. Hammer of the Witches, so great for weakening commanders. Manticore strike is right there, so you're not going to get a lot of time to react, wiping out a slugger squad, and tons of damage. And there's a warp throw into Howling Banshees. Fantastic play from red team. 99,354. It's a 2-to-1 cap. Manticore strike. Manticore taken out, sorry, by a rock strike. Wow, crazy play. They got rid of the Manticore. At least Illethor has an avatar on the way. Rise with just that strike squad and that Dreadnought still. Dark Riku has a battle wagon coming. XPhial is tier 3. He might decide to save for a Baneblade. Texas Warboss now level 3 has that heavy armor, and Inquisitor not sure what he was doing. Perhaps wanted line of sight for a rocket run, but couldn't quite get it off in time. 99,329. Looted tank's done quite well for Eerie. Orks now pushing. Double Imperial Guard, Guardsmen, level 3, fully upgraded with Commissars, Sergeants and Plasma Guns. Catachans forced off. These guys level 2 have quietly gone about their business, done quite well I think. Double Dire Avengers now coming in with their Exarchs and their aspects. We might see a nasty grenade spike. Here comes that Dreadnought, and that is a crazy rocket run from XPhial. Good grief. Almost wiped these double sluggers. Beautifully done. Storm Boys with use your choppers. That's a global buff from the Warboss. Warlock in trouble. Can he force them off here? Yes, he can force them off. Nicely done. Had the Strat squad backing him up. 85,324. Howling Banshees go down in retreat, even though they have Distort Field on them. Warboss trying to take out the Grey Knight Dreadnought and cannot. Perhaps because of Maelstrom, but most likely because there was a massive Avatar of Cain smacking on the back of his head. Here is a battle wagon now. Dark Riku has ridiculous amounts of red, almost 900. XPhial going for a Baneblade, 71,324. It's a 2-to-1 cap for red. Orks are capping mid though. Brother Captain in amongst some Orks here, level 4. Now he's in retreat though. 1,257 hit points. Eerie and Tex both down with their power claws and heavy armor as well, both of them. Avatar with a nice sync kill on that poor shooter boy. 67,324. It's a 1-to-1 cap. Battle wagon getting shots off with that big zap gun, and here we see some Grey Knight Terminators for Rise. Splash damage, power melee, super heavy infantry, cannot retreat, cannot be suppressed. also drain energy passively from surrounding infantry, which is a fantastic passive that they have. 67, 324. Weird boy needs to be very careful. Level 3 doesn't want to lose this guy. See a council on the way for Illethor. Eerie with these double stick bombers still, and is now getting a battle. We're going to see 3 battle wagons on the field. Baneblade though is out for XPhial. Super unit for Imperial Guard. Super heavy tank bristling with guns. 2 las cannons, heavy bolters, demolisher cannon, and a huge main turret. 64, 324. Triple battle wagons on the way. 2 of them are already out. Here is Texas. Here is Dark Riku's. Can run stuff over. Can also put Orks inside to make them faster and make more guns fire. Here we see the death roller going off. Avatar is going after them, getting some rear armor hits. Stick bombs going in. Ouch. Tower Avenger's now in retreat. This Grey Knight Dreadnought is still around. Level 2 now. Getting some big plasma cannon hits on the battle wagon again, and here comes the Baneblade. That's cannons firing. The main battle cannon off the Baneblade fires automatically now, but for less damage than when it was manually fired. Demolisher cannon is still manual, and the battle wagon gets away with 24 hit points. Warboss of Tex hits level 4, but it's going to go down to the Avatar. No, it gets away. This battle wagon trying to fly. See a council on the field for Illethor. Power melee infantry, really nice unit. Leap into combat, almost wiping those Storm Boys. In fact, the Storm Boys are wiped. Ran into Grey Knight Terminators and a Grey Knight Librarian, not what they wanted to run into. You have Knobs though. Grey Knight Librarian has Liber Demonica, now gives him the Might of Titan, which is a fantastic ability. There is a Rocks from Dark Riku surely. Battle wagon. Sorry, the Baneblade dodges it. Battle wagons are all still alive. Knobs getting owned by Grey Knight Terminators, City Council, and an Avatar there. Desperation now from blue team. Trying to cap mid, but they're not going to be able to. They have decapped Red's Natural though. Very sneaky Warboss. 4-3-2-4. Surely this is over. Grey Knight Terminators unable to level alongside their Librarian. Might of Titan now increases melee damage in an area around the Librarian. As long as you have it activated, it drains energy. Really nice ability. Warboss trying to charge out. No, he's going after the Terminators. He's going to get absolutely owned here. Down he goes. 4-3-18. It's still a 1-to-1 cap. Baneblade going after this battle wagon now, which is trying to hide from Dark Riku. Now has 11 hit points. I think he was trying to take it down with a Bane Wolf XPhial. There is the battle wagon going down right at the end of the game. Red team win with a double. Crazy action. I'm sure I missed loads of stuff and often got confused, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed it guys, and I'll see you next time.